In this Sunday's Gospel, you get the sense that St. Luke should have given us a spoiler alert. He tells us ahead of time the meaning of the parable of the persistent widow. He tells us that it is about the necessity to pray always without becoming weary. And so there are two parts to the moral of the story. First of all, to pray always, which of course is impossible. Obviously, our entire life should be an ongoing dialogue with God, but not even Carthusian monks can pray at every moment of the day. No, what it means to pray always is that our lives are shaped and structured around prayer, that we determine our schedule and our activities in such a manner that it leads us to better prayer. Not that every moment is prayer, but that our lives are designed for that purpose. Most of us design our lives according to our earthly duties, our worldly obligations, and if we have time and inclination, then we pray. It should be the reverse. We should be designing our lives for the purpose of prayer and then arranging our duties around that. And then the second moral is to pray without becoming weary, or not to lose heart, as another translation has it. Because sometimes prayer can be frustrating. God's ways are not our ways. His schedule, as we all know, is not our schedule. Sometimes he has answered prayers in precisely the manner and at the precise moment that the person wanted. But most of the time, he answers prayers in the way that is best for us. And he knows better than we do. We do not know how to pray as we ought, St. Paul says. And he answers in the best time possible. And so we have to trust that he knows better both in the manner and in the timing. So this week, let's work on these two things, these two morals of the story. First, to examine our lives and see how they are structured and see what might need to change so that we can pray more often and so that we can pray better. And second, cultivate greater trust that even though it may not appear that he is answering our prayers, that he does hear them, first of all, and second of all, that he is answering them. He's answering them in his time and in his manner, and we as his children have to trust in him. This fall, watch less about the elections and more about 2 Minutes to Virtue.